Hi guys, it's Tom here, and today we are going to be talking about Tom Baker's final season, season 18, and yeah, let's see where we go. So I've always been a fan of Tom's final season. It does have some really weak stories like Meg Loss, and to a degree The Leisure Hive, but out of the two I prefer Leisure Hive. And of course, I've always loved the final two stories, Keeper of Traken and Logopolis. I always have struggles pronouncing it. Those two are just absolutely fantastic stories, and the way they continue, especially when you see the Master stealing Tremus's body, it's absolutely shocking. And we get another version of the Decayed Master, this time Geoffrey Beevers playing the role instead of Peter Pratt. And then obviously we have Anthony Ainley in his non-master role before he becomes the Master. Obviously Tremas Master, which is quite clever how they did that. And I kind of like how Tom Baker's kind of more kind of moody compared to his other seasons where he's jolly, smiling, and especially as you come to those later two episodes where you know it's time to leave the show and become Peter Davison. And it's a really good, I love the whole E-Space trilogy as well. State of Decay being one of my favourite stories from this season. And the best thing about this box set is that we get the one-off special K9 and Company as well, which is really cool. And I do like meeting Adric for the first time in Full Circle. It's quite amusing how they kind of meet. And then we have Romana's departure in Warriors Gate, which is always sad, because Tom and Lala were really good together. They had really good chemistry, and obviously got married and then divorced and had issues on set, because it's well known that Tom Baker was very off-putting towards the end of his tenure as the Doctor. But the final story, Logopolis, is probably one of Tom's best performance. The whole thing with the Master is just really cool, especially the cliffhanger to part 3 when they shake hands. And I just think the whole build-up towards his regeneration with the Watcher is very good. But it's quite, I really kind of liked how Tom kind of made it, his Doctor, more moody and played it differently compared to, as I said before, it was more smiles and joking with the jelly babies in the previous seasons. But obviously with his final season getting a new look, I do like his costume in this season. It's really cool. I like the burgundy look, and it's very cool. And of course, I would probably, looking at the stories, I'd put Keeper of Traken as my favourite of this season, mainly because of the Geoffrey Beevers and the whole build up to the Doctor and the Master meeting again. It's just fantastic. And I did like Peter Pratt's portrayal in The Deadly Assassin. Then I'll probably put Logopolis second, State of Decay third, Full Circle, Warriors Gate. I do like Warriors Gate a lot. And then I'll probably put The Leisure Hive and then Meg Loss as the worst story of the season by far. But it does have its moments. I do enjoy, there is some comedic aspect to the story, which is amusing. Especially the being a cactus, being quite amusing. But what's your favourite story from season 18? How would you rank the stories? Let me know, comment below. I'm intrigued by people's opinions. Did you like Tom's final farewell? And I know a lot of people think maybe Tom did stay too long, but I'm kind of glad we got 7 seasons from him, because he's such a great Doctor, and obviously he's very popular, and you can't imagine Doctor Who not having jelly babies and the long scarf, the curly hair. But Tom definitely did change the show for the better. And I love John Pertwee as well, Patrick Troughton and William Hartnell. But just like David Tennant, Tom kind of took it and made the role his own. And you can kind of straight away in Robot, he's that alien. And you just like, that's the Doctor. And he always will be, which is the best thing about it. And it's nice that he's still doing Big Finish. And his book Scratchman, that was really, really good as well. Highly recommend that if you haven't read it. So yeah, let me know what you think of season 18. Rank your stories in order. Anyway, have a good weekend. I will be doing a review of Doctor Who this weekend, but I'm going to pace it out because obviously there's going to be a massive spoiler from that episode. So be careful, because obviously there'll be spoilers into that. Anyway, let me know what you think.